I am so excited to be here. Are you guys excited? Um, I am such a dear friend of Brian's. He asked me if I would be around to moderate this discussion, and I'm just so thrilled for him. So I should just bring him out. Brian, are you around? Look at this beautiful guy. Wow. I mean, how cool is this?
Very.
It's very, very,
Quite,
very cool.
quite.
Well, thanks for coming out to hang out with us this evening. Brian, how you feeling?
I'm good. I am feeling like the album is out in the world, and
Yeah.
that is a relief.
How good
and,
is it?
Yeah. Thank you very much. So I'm feeling relieved, peaceful. Also,
Yeah.
you know, these when you start playing the songs live after they're released, they take on these new, lives of their own, and so it's fun to be able to see them kind of come out of their shells.
And now you're here at the GRAMMY
Yeah, here we are.
Museum.
Here we are, says there.
I mean, it's pretty wild. All right. I mean, you were just in New York promoting the new album. We were just talking backstage, and I was asking him how was he feeling, and you were there when there was 2 giant billboards of your face in Times Square.
Yeah.
I mean, is that crazy to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's anytime there's like a little kid moment of
Yeah.
like, oh no, like that's like that's what I look like. That's what I sound like. And then in this case too, these photos were taken like the morning after like a whiskey evening, and because I was like, they're not gonna use these. And
But don't you have like a say in the matter? Or no?
I thought I did.
Interesting.
I thought that we kind of approved a big bunch of them, but they
Right.
were just like, no, this is definitely this one where he looks really tired. No, but it is surreal. Every time it's on a TV show, it's like those moments where it's bigger than you that it's hard to wrap your mind around. So it's cool, but it's also like hard to understand.
I'm just so proud of you.
Oh,
You know?
buddy.
It's just so great, and I really truly believe that this is just. Look, I know you've been pounding the pavement on this journey for a long time, but this is just the beginning for you. Your star is going to continue to soar, and I'm just proud to be cheering you on,
Thanks,
man.
bro.
So, congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, speaking of music, I mean, how were you introduced to music? Was there always music playing in your house growing up? I mean, did your parents have specific bands or solo artists that they were excited to, introduce you to?
Absolutely. So let's see, there was like my dad especially was like way into music, and so it was always his vinyl or his like oldies station in the car, and which by the way, oldies now are like definitely the music that are like it's like Soundgarden and like
Right, yeah.
it's like active in my life music, which I guess when I'm looking at my son, I'm like, you like this, right? And he's like, no. This sounds old. But that was so yeah, my dad loved like Dire Straits, loved the Eagles, and so when I started to play music, that was like his litmus of like, if you can play the Hotel California solo, like I'll buy you a Lego or something, or like, and it didn't come for many years, but
So he was encouraging you to play music early on.
because I was classical piano. So in that world, like it wasn't until I met my best friend Brian much later in life that I played anything out of the box. It was all like other people's music. This is how you
Right.
interpret it.
Okay.
And there's some personal interpretation in classical music, right? But like saying something out of your own sort of spirit musically,
Right.
lyrically, was different, right? So they were so supportive growing up of me. I wanted to be a music teacher. I studied to be a music teacher. And so, yeah, supportive all the way.
Wow. So you're classically trained piano. When did you start playing piano?
Like 6, 7.
God.
Yeah.
My parents didn't put an instrument in front of me ever. So that's so great. All right. So you just mentioned Soundgarden. I mean, what's up? From Seattle.
Yep.
Right. What's up with Seattle? I mean, what is up with Seattle?
Yeah. That's the
there's
water.
just so many amazing bands coming from that
Yeah.
incredible city. I've never lived there. I've been there a bunch. I love
Yeah.
it. We got Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Jimi Hendrix, Soundgarden,
Yep.
Kenny
Yep.
G, also
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Quincy Jones.
yeah, Quincy Jones. Is it the
Hard.
rain, the clouds that bring out such depth in your music? Serious.
Some say depth, some say just grave sadness, some say.
But we all love to bathe in your sadness.
I think if I grew up here,
Yeah.
it would be different music for sure.
Okay.
I think the way that I interpret the world, up in the Northwest, it's like the land is shaped by the weather. It's all very, it's continuous. It's a lot of rain, but if you've ever been, it's like so beautiful too. It's like super green,
It's gorgeous.
tons of life. And my parents moved there at a time where it was like everybody from the East Coast, Midwest was moving there and hiking a bunch and
Right.
short shorts, and and so that was like the vibe I grew up in and was outside a ton, right? So like now with the perspective of looking back of like why do I sound like I sound, or why do I write lyrics like I do, I think it's very much shaped by the music and the landscape there.
It's got to be, because it's like Iceland,
Yeah.
right? They bring Iceland. No, it does. Iceland brings out such incredible musicians.
Yeah.
You got Bjork,
Per
Sigur Rós,
capita, man,
Cleo.
they're like killing it with
They're
band. It's insane.
crushing it.
Yeah, there's not many people
If
there.
I hear that a band's from Iceland coming out, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm
Totally.
in. Even if they
A
suck.
little
I'm in.
spooky.
Yeah. So I want to tell you a little bit of a story on how I sort of was introduced to SYML.
Yeah.
I was listening to Pandora at my old house years and years ago, and Where's My Love came on. And I'm like, what? Right? Yeah, let's do a little. Just went double platinum, by the way.
Thank you.
And I'm like, oh my God, what is this song? But it was playing through my speakers, and I couldn't find my phone. Classic story. And I didn't know who was singing it, and I was trying to remember the lyrics to look it up, and I couldn't find anything on it. And then the song came on again, maybe a couple days later. I'm like, oh my God, it's that song.
Yeah.
And I did some research on SYML, and I think you had like 1,300 followers at the time or something. Like and it was just an EP.
Yeah.
And you had no other music, and I did a deep dive into your past. I knew your previous band.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh my God, this guy is amazing. And I reached out to you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when can I hear some new music? And selfishly, I go, would you like to play inside of my living room? I go, I've been doing these underground house shows. I know we don't know each other, but you can trust me. And he responded. He goes, I've actually never played this stuff live before, but I'm down. And so I actually very proud to say that the very first live SYML performance happened inside of my house. So I want to give myself a round of applause. It's a pretty cool, badge of honor.
Man. Yeah. It was such a fun memory.
Yeah. So I was going somewhere with that. So look, I want to talk about Where Is My Love specifically. Okay. What inspired you to tackle this subject matter? It's a pretty heavy, but very beautiful, beautiful song.
Yeah.
And then the video came out.
Yeah.
And it really kind of hammers the story that you're telling.
Yeah.
In that song.
The video is actually, I'll start there actually, because when we met, there was no plan. I was very much like, this is a sad song that I wrote in my bedroom, and I'm sure the world is gonna love it. Like, it was literally like no plan, and put it out. And I had just signed with my label at that time, and there was something. So there's something about a song that like travels around the world a bunch, where it's I don't know, it's like 3 minutes, right? And it's like, what about these 3 minutes? And this song's not alone. This is many songs. What about it makes it speak to so many people who don't speak English, who like are from a completely different community and culture? And that's sort of the magic, where from a commerce or industry side, it like sucks the life out of, right? If you're like, well, how can we do more of this because this money's great, and so that's the part that I still choose to like sort of like leave mysterious, right? Where it's a desperate song for sure. Like it's like full of longing, and in the moment I was trying to write, so I was putting myself in this place of desperation and longing when in reality I was imagining it happening in real life in my very like happy relationship and very
Right.
like the person I ended up marrying, like, you know. And the other crazy thing about this song is we were just in Europe, and we dug up this email because I sent it to my bandmates at the time. I was in this band called Barcelona, and
Yeah.
no, okay. Uh,
We're gonna talk about
yeah,
Barcelona
no.
in a second.
So we found the email, and I was like, hey, I just wrote this song, and our sound had like changed so much at the time that it wasn't like an appropriate song for us to release at the time because we were onto some like 80s Robin dance shit. Um,
Epic.
no, it was good. But that again, like that was years before I knew that I was gonna become another artist, like, and call myself SYML. Like it was just from such an instinctual place of putting myself in a world that didn't exist, and I was like, in order to feel things very deeply as a songwriter, I put myself in the most awful situations mentally. So like it's not always like tragic and sad. Sometimes it's like in outer space and looking into infinity and being like, what? That is so frightening, and so like, and it helps you refocus in like the really finite and like granular, like right up in your face kind of relationships. So
Um, Speaking of Barcelona, are we gonna see that band again?
yeah,
Or yeah,
man, occasionally it shows at SYML shows when we do like the little Q&A section.
yeah,
People will be like, they'll request a Barcelona song, and I have like, if I ever have like a sleepless night, or because of a bad dream, it's only about forgetting words,
right.
live. And like, so in those moments, people were like, "Well, that song," and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't, because I don't remember it, and it's a lifetime ago, and I can't do that living
Yeah.
nightmare." So, no, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm still like, so Brian Eichelberger is my main collaborator and best friend, and he has been with me since day one when I was helping him
Love you, Brian.
record music. Yeah, give it up for Brian Eichelberger. So in a sense, that same heart and spirit is like
Yeah.
what I'm doing now, right? So like, if anything, it would be kind of like a fun. I practiced a lot for one night of
Right.
like remembering those songs, and then we would do it, and then I would sleep again.
Because
But
it's so interesting. I love seeing you tackle, Simmel. It's such a unique, beautiful sound, but such a different,
yeah,
it's a departure
yeah,
from what you were doing before. Was this a sound that you've always wanted to kind of put out into the world? I mean, I think
yeah.
of, Johnny Cash, like when he was singing, gospel
Mm-hmm.
music with his friends and trying to get a record made.
Yeah,
No one was really paying attention, and then out of nowhere he's like, well, I have this stuff that I've been thinking
right.
about, but I've never shared it with
Yeah,
anyone.
yeah,
Was that similar with Simmel? Like, is it something you've always kind of had that you just
yeah,
kind of sung to yourself, and you're like, one day maybe I'll
yeah.
bring it out to the world?
It certainly was not like, I can't wait to show the world the real me. Like it was way more like living, because our my first go around in the music industry like couldn't have been more different than this round. And like we just attracted like some wild personalities, some pretty toxic relationships. We were not toxic within the band, but like, as many of us know in this town, like the industry can kind of attract the wrong people occasionally, and they
Yeah.
happen to be the only people raising their hands to work with us. And so it was the weirdest thing. Like, and so I came into SYML like really like shy of
Mm.
the industry side of things. Cause in a way, yeah, right. It was like this no plan, no expectations. So I was writing these songs in this form, different form than I had done previously. And I think that was it. It was like, I had no expectations. I wasn't trying to like, meet every record label person or meet
Right.
it was a new manager we had or whatever it was, right? Or like the tour we got on. So I think, in a way, however like woo woo you can get about it in terms of setting up the stage for the next thing because of experience, I think that's kind of what led me to
Yeah.
that place. It wasn't in the plan for sure.
I mean, I think we all in here can relate. The moment we were introduced to that song, you
Yeah.
know, and your other music within SYML
Yeah.
is just like a kick. I mean this in a good way, but like a kick in the gut where you're just like, oh God, like I really feel it, you know,
Yeah.
like, and I want to be in this world,
Yeah.
and it's just so beautiful.
Thank you. I mean,
Yeah,
that song, like, "Where's My Love," and a large handful of my other songs really
yeah,
have no like. If I was to be critical of it, like looking back in my other experience with the music industry,
mm,
like that song has no like, and my label says it still. Like that song had no, reason to be on the radio. Like it's not a radio song. It's not by any means like traditional in terms
right,
of a pop song, right? But thanks to Pandora, thanks to these streaming
yeah,
services, that people wherever in the world can like discover a song and then have it speak to them. And I do think a common thread through like previous life and this life
mm,
is like music as a soundtrack. So like I basically am scoring my experience
yeah,
as a human, and I think that's really what it is, right? Is like the magic part of it, where I put words together, or I'm being so clever in the studio, or whatever. It's not really what's happening. It's the human affect through it
yeah.
that connects, and yeah.
Are you ever gonna write a song about me? I, I mean, no pressure. I just, you know,
No,
I just think it'd be
I
kind of
feel like
cute and
I feel like I have,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, okay.
I feel like I mean, we have a shared love of
Yeah,
like Black Mirror. We have a
yeah,
shared love
okay,
of like, sort of desperation. I mean, like where
yeah,
you can't control what's happening to you or your family or your whatever, and like and that look in your
yeah.
eye, and like that thing that you're the story you're telling. I mean, that's the same shit. So
So
like
all your songs are
or
about me.
about you, yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's
Finally, we know.
Thanks for coming
Um,
to this unveiling
you
of
heard it here first,
my
folks.
obsession.
So what is it like? I mean, we were backstage, you know, talking about, you know, our families, our kiddos. We're very blessed to have these little babies. We love them so much.
Mhm.
What is it like to be on the road, you know, now versus when you started in your career? Um, you know,
Mhm.
your loving husband, father, is it hard to leave them? Are they able to come with you? I mean, they're, you know, fully now in school. You got
Yeah.
uh 8 years old
Yep.
and
10
10,
and 3.
oh sorry, so 10,
Yep. 10,
yeah,
8, 3.
10, 8, 3.
I mean, it's not good to
It's so
leave your
hard. It's
family,
so
I would
hard.
say. And it's not for lack of trying. Like we've kind of tried all the different approaches to having a job where one partner leaves for extended amounts of time. I mean, I try not to be gone that much anymore for sure.
Right.
We've definitely tried the tour as a family. Um, one time it went great, and then another time it was during like a heat a heat wave in Europe,
Oh God.
and
Oh yeah.
dude, I'm just
I
remembering
was
this.
there during that.
It was not good.
Yeah, it
It was
was
not good.
not
Not good time
good.
for 3-year-olds, and I'm just remembering this too because like little kid acting out, jet lagged, and I'm like sweating, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, we're like sitting on the grass, beautiful, some Dutch village, and I'm like, see, look at all this, like this is what we should, please don't be like mean anymore, and
We're
and
living the dream.
as I'm saying it, I start looking around, I'm like, there's a lot of caterpillars, and we're like literally in a poisonous caterpillar nest,
Oh.
so the 3-year-old was on my like on my shirt, like whatever. They were fine. I was not, and so we had to go through this tour with no AC and a heat wave, like covered in like sores from this poisonous.
Oh.
It was so
Those are no joke.
all that I
Yeah.
know. All that
Yeah.
say we don't tour a ton as a family
Yeah.
anymore. But no, they're just old enough now to like kind of get what the job is and like really be into it, be more curious about it and want to come to shows. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, now that you're incredibly successful. Again, I'm just so happy for you. I'm so proud of you.
thank you.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Um, do you still love it as much as you used to, or as much as you thought that you would?
Yeah,
Is it everything that you expected it would be,
right.
or I mean,
No, gosh, I think once you read, I'm not good at goal setting. In fact, like the one silly goal I had, like in music, that I didn't tell people was that I just wanted like a gold album or a gold record
Yeah.
in the States, because I thought like that was like, oh, that'll be it.
Like the
Like
pinnacle,
I'll figure
right?
it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
after that. And like after, awards are won or whatever, and like, or you start making a living at it, and then you have to get faced with the question of like, well, when is it enough? Like
Right.
when my ambition as a creative person slash entrepreneur, like my ambition,
Right.
like what do I do with all that? And I think right now, anyway, the answer is like that should be put into being like a dad, and
Right.
like I'm a coach. I'm two different coaches of sports now.
There you go. Exactly right.
And I know
I mean,
you're
that's
looking at me like I can see that.
Yeah.
Like super athletic and confident, and but no, that's what I'm talking about. Like that's like the instead of looking to the heavens and inside myself to write the most perfect tragic song.
right.
Like I really love that I have a career that I can be honest with the people I work with,
Right.
and the music that I want to make and care to make,
Exactly
and with
right.
no like literally no rules around
Yeah.
that. That I'm very grateful for, and I don't think that I could have done that at 20 or 25
Right.
or 30. So like I enjoy this as a job because where I'm at now, but it's not without many years of not, knowing how to say no, and having to be scared every time I come to LA or New York because I'm trying to impress somebody.
Right.
So
Exactly.
again, like the whole journey brought me here, so I'm really thankful, and again, like hope to keep going in the
Yeah.
way. But any further success, I hope comes because of putting the brakes on when I need to.
Exactly right.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting with this industry, with music, with all forms of entertainment. Like, what is the measure of sort of success? I mean, the fact that you are just surviving,
Right.
doing what you love, but also, you're a parent. You coach two teams.
Lacrosse and basketball.
Wow. I mean,
No.
no, it's true. I mean, and that's why you kind of do what you do. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
So growing up, or now, I mean, what is your favorite band? What is your favorite solo artist?
I mean, Soundgarden's up there. Smashing Pumpkins was a really influential band for
Yeah.
me. And melodic,
Right.
like
1979.
melodic hard rock. Yeah, heck
Yeah.
yeah. Loved Rage Against the Machine, angry little suburban kid.
Okay.
Let's see.
There you go.
Had a big hip hop phase. I've had all the phases, right? So like, favorite solo artist is probably Jeff Buckley.
So good.
Yeah. And gosh, I don't know. It's like a tie across the board, right? Like there's so many bands. I mean,
Yeah.
you're such a fan. Like, it's hard to pick. U2 was really influential at
Yeah.
one point for me. Yeah. Yeah, shout out. U2.
Pearl Jam at all? Eddie Vedder or no?
Pearl Jam for sure. Pearl Jam
Yeah.
was like the peer pressure band for me. Like that was like the did you get did you get Vitalogy yet?
Yeah.
Like
That's so funny.
And you're like, yeah, no, I got it, but
Yeah.
I didn't. And I probably
So you're a liar.
Yeah, no, I learned to lie with
Okay,
Pearl Jam
yeah.
for sure. No, I mean Seattle is like obviously home.
I
for
mean,
so many
Pearl
bands.
Jam 10 came out on my 12th birthday.
Oh yeah.
And it was my first album that I bought with my own money.
Yeah.
I remember riding my BMX bike with just
Do you have pegs?
us.
Do you have pegs on your BMX?
Are you
Yeah, I
are
know
you
were a peg
serious?
guy.
Of
I know
course
you were
I
a
had
peg guy.
pegs.
Yeah. Heck
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
But I remember going with, I mean, it was ridiculous, but like a sock full of cash and change with the purpose of buying this album.
Or like getting in a fight in prison. That sounds like a
So it's very symbolic in my life.
Absolutely. The first album that you buy with your own money is a very important
It's a big deal.
album.
It's
yeah.
a big deal. Okay. What else do I need to talk to you about? I mean, we're almost there. We're almost there. I think we maybe should talk.
We can
to
switch
the
before we
audience.
talk to the audience. I want to say a little something.
Talk to me.
Thank you very
Tell me.
much for being a part of this journey. I mean, this was when I got the email. I think it was from your manager at first on Facebook. Back to back, pretty much. I got a cold call from the head of a label, which I'm now signed to and love very much. And he was like, "Hey, would you ever consider doing this on a label?" And I was like, "Easy, Facebook Messenger." And he's like, "I'm just up here in BC, which is close to Seattle." And so I drove up, and again, no expectations. I was like, and I have to shout out my wife Marion because she's the reason I'm a coach, and the reason that I have said yes and no in really important times. And so to go up to this meeting and touring was the thing I didn't want to do anymore, and this label was like, you don't have to tour, like it's okay, and that's rare for a label, because you're their investment, and so that was a great healthy start. And then a couple of months later, another Facebook message, and I was like, yes, this feels safe.
You don't know me.
But I'm like, to this day, years and years later, like close friends with people I met that night. And it was like,
good,
you
yeah.
attract good people. And like, I've been to other concerts at your house, with
Yeah.
other, artists that I'm huge fans of. So, man, thank you very much. Give it up for Aaron here for playing a
Stop.
pretty pivotal role in the early days. So, feeling very thankful.
Well, it's
Yeah.
pretty crazy to see your star just continue to soar.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
It's so exciting. Does anybody want to ask him anything?
That's my favorite part. Hit it. Just say it.
Wow. Oh, yes, my friend.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Mm.
Believer. I have a lot of like religious innuendo in some songs, and I have my own little past and journey, and still to this day, like literally I'm working on a song right now called God Ran, and it's like the idea of like, this is not what you asked. The idea is like, when we wonder so much about the universe and about how we are as humans, why we are, and what are we supposed to do, and the idea is that we're these beautiful, like really violent, tragic things, and the idea that this whatever created what we live in would be so scared of that is like that. This is what we're talking about, like this, like putting yourself in that position of like, it's just sad. But it's also really beautiful. And so Believer is not sad. Believer is very much about my wife, and about being like almost like a zealot, like almost like you don't have to convince me, like I'm here, like I'm in the choir, like I'm like down for this. And yeah, I also like do like religious sex stuff, which is
Wait. Let's get more into that. Let's go deep into the religious sex stuff.
The phrasing on that was not ideal. Like,
no, it was perfect.
No,
yeah.
Like the idea that you would worship with your body or whatever. I'm not going too much farther. But like that you'd be so in love with somebody that you're like, no, this is like, I'm in. This is great.
Yeah.
And so that's Believer. Yeah. Hopefully all the answers don't go that way.
Wait. Okay, who's next? Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Sandman is the song that I covered, and to this day, and no shade on you if you didn't know, I didn't write it, because some people are like, I love your song, Mr. Sandman, and that one was like flip a song on its head and make it, because if you listen to the words of that song, it's scary. It's like, it's all 5-part pretty harmony, like, candy shop type vibe. But if you like turn it minor and slow it down, it's like murderous.
Yeah.
Or stalker at the very least.
Yeah.
And so that one came because like a lot of what I enjoy doing with music is working on like film and TV shows. So like, yeah, again, that cinematic sort of like scoring a soundtrack of your life. And so I got this email that was like, hey, we have a murder show, and we'd like to explore these covers that are kind of flipped on their head. And I just like came into that song, and I did it, and it. Yeah,
I mean, your take on that was so amazing. I remember Michelle McLaren at the show at my house. So Michelle McLaren was executive producer of Breaking Bad. She directed more episodes than anyone on Breaking Bad, and came up to him afterwards, and was like, "I need to have this song to be a part of my next show." But it's just so powerful.
Yeah.
But yeah, your take on that.
Yeah,
was
it was just one of those like zoom out and be like, this song's weird, and then zoom back in, make it creepy, make it pretty.
Yeah. Anybody? Yeah.
Very, very sweet. Actually, yeah, she came to. So I was sent a song, and initially, like fully admit, and I told her this, I like did not recognize that it was her. And then I eventually did. And I'm such a fan. I mean, gosh, like especially now. I mean, talk about a star that continues to
Oh, God.
rise. She's
Unbelievable.
insane, so creative and so lovely. So she's like, "Can you FaceTime?" And I was like, "Mm-hmm." Um, and we talked, and the reason that she was so cool is that she spent like 2 hours talking to me about my song, and she was like, "This feels like a beautiful diamond necklace. Like it feels like I just want you to know that like, basically asking if it's okay that she adopted a song and like was inspired to write
Mm.
lyrics." And it was like a lovely conversation. And then I happened to be in LA, and I was like, "If you're here, like, we're playing these shows at the Masonic Lodge," and then Aaron came that night, and he's like, "Is that Lana Del Rey?" And which they go back,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm
but I
like,
was
oh
like,
my
yeah,
God, it makes me so
I was
happy.
like, I just met
Yeah.
her, and then we went on, like, we got to play, a show together in London last year, and again, it's one of those like crazy music creative universe things where the way that she spoke to me and the way that we communicated was like we have the same like really base level understanding of music and how powerful it can be, and how we sort of grow up with it and become more comfortable with ourselves and less rules. So I mean, yeah, that sounds a good example. Like it's imperfect, it's beautiful, it's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do play music with my kids. So that's one of those ones. Is like if we've tried like different music lessons with them, and it's not always gone great. It's more of that like you know show it to them a lot, and be music is in our house and car every day, and each has their own flavor, and they're in their rooms like listening and stuff. So that's where we're at right now, where they just like want to bathe in it, and then after especially when they start going through like emotional stuff, and they're like, I just don't know what to do. I'm like, slide over a little pen and paper and be like, I'm like, have you looked to the stars recently? You can you can get lost up there and see what they do. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's not being heavy-handed at the moment for sure. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh. So yeah, my tattoo is a great blue heron, or GBH as he called them.
beautiful.
And he was a special person. There's not been any GBH specific songs, but there's definitely like the last album was like very much you know in grief and like living through it and carrying it. And now like this latest album definitely has one or two songs that like have this in it, but it's much less like heavy and weighed down. It's way more like lifting it up and sort of like being open and honest with it, that it's part of the always is going to be part of you, right? So yeah, it's just not a whole album's worth of sadness in that way. But yeah, always with me.
Back there.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. My for friends is weird. So when you get like, so okay, yeah, being a parent, especially, the it's less like being in the studio till 2 and like getting wasted and being like, oh, what should we write about? It's way like 9 to 5 and like, what should we write about? But in this case, because I just let I feel like as I do this more, I'm getting better at like letting myself just go to wherever it is, right?
Mm.
So in this sense, again with the religious stuff, not the sex stuff, um, this is a literal like biblical account of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. But in my mind, it's like they're just misunderstood. They're like, this is my job. I'm not trying to make your day bad. But also like in the setting of like a full symphony orchestra, right? So like that's again one of the no rules. Like who says you can't go get a symphony to record this? And then we've only performed it one time, but it was with a symphony, and it was like that's my fun stuff. Like it doesn't matter if you don't get it. Like one day it'll be in some cool A24 film, I'm sure, with some very very violent thing happening in the background, and that's when I'll be like, that's what I meant. That's the
Yeah, baby.
Thanks for asking about it. I love that song.
Yeah. Yeah. I have so much pressure to choose. Sorry, everybody.
Fear the Water, that's an early one. That was on that EP, the first one. And that one was like, I, when I started SYML, I was like, I'm not going to wait around for like other producers or mixers or mastering engineers or even just recording engineers. I'm just going to be in my future daughter at the time room and with my crappy mic and really loose recording system, which by the way, when people get it on vinyl, like hi-fi, like audio files, they're like, oh, you can just hear it. And I'm like, what, you can hear what? You can hear the sound bouncing off of this wall in this closet. But the spirit of that time was like, I'm just gonna take apart everything I know and then like basically fake it till you make it as a producer. I'm gonna build this beat and be weird with it, and I'm gonna sing weird. Like the voice is really filtered in that because I didn't love how I sounded. I was like, and it ended up being the perfect thing for it, right? So that's the part of art exploration where you're just gonna have to figure it out, and that's like that song is me figuring it out for sure.
And I should know this, but where did SYML
Yeah.
come from? I mean, did you always know that?
One day I'll be called this.
Yeah.
No,
What?
So yeah, for those of you who don't know, SYML means simple in Welsh, and part of my heritage is Welsh. And being adopted, I did not know that about my heritage. I knew I was adopted, didn't know that I was any part Welsh until I was 18. And 18 is a wild time. So I was like, I guess I'm Welsh now, and had a Welsh flag on the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, Welsh people looks.
Right.
What do they look like? And like, so anyway, it's now as I grew up, I was like, I'm not actually Welsh, and but it can be a reminder. So like tattoos, titles of things, like things I create, they're all based on like reminders. So like music, better when simple, food, relationships, love,
Right.
all these things. But it's like the hardest thing to keep something simple. So it's a reminder name.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Hard to say. People don't know what to do with it. When like people who have been fans for years are like, SYML, I just wanted to or they're like smile or they spell out Brian like every time he's like when people are like Mr. SYML. But it's not their fault. I picked an awful name. Again, no plan. I was like, I just need this to like go get on behind her eyes. Like I don't need anybody to know it. Like
I don't want to brag, but I knew it right away. I'm just saying. Just saying.
No, it's. I'm not offended if people don't know how to say it.
Yeah, back there, and then we'll come to you. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, apologies on the stroke. Careful is a song. This whole album is about getting older and time passing and how hard that can be, but also how eye-opening that can be. Careful is very much like again like in entertainment, but also in normal life and jobs and social circles. Like looking to the side of you to be like, where am I at? Like, how do I like compare in these ways? And it's so easy in music to like look at numbers and look at like how big the venue that somebody's playing is, and like it's so tiring. Like it takes away from all the beautiful things that you might say. And so careful is like, and in one way it's me saying like, I've not messed up. Like I've been careful. Like I'm building this career the right way, and it's saying like, I'm doing everything right, and it's a reminder actually to not be careful and to like be like, and that's why that bridge section of like, I'm not dead, like what am I doing, like I can live and still do this, and so it's a bit of like that honesty, being honest about where you're at and being okay not comparing yourself or admitting that it's hard not to compare yourself. Yeah,
Love that.
Yeah. Good night.
Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for that question. That's really beautiful. Yeah, I just had a song the has sounds from the Olympic National Forest in there in the background. And that place is beautiful. I mean, it's like it's rugged. It's like those mountains are like Lord of the Rings mountains. Like it's pretty hostile. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Is that like when you can tell that the Earth does what it wants to itself. You know, I mean, we could get on a tangent about that, but like it is brutal and it doesn't care about like our us little soft pink things like so so that's what I find compelling is that like well why should I then like be worried about these small sort of things that I can't change. Like I have to roll through it in a fluid way. And I mean that's beautiful that your dad's there. Like the is a place that is forever changing. And it was before way before us and it will way after us. And that's yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful. Yep.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Yes, other Brian, other
Other
Brian,
Brian.
other Brian was up all hours working on that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
This is his music cat.
Yeah.
No,
true.
definitely plans. We're gonna announce some stuff soon about about that. So yeah, this was that show, and I'm so glad you were there. That was like a little bit of proof of concept because it's a big thing to bite off and chew. Like at first we were like, I think we'll probably just do 8 songs, and they were like, oh, let's maybe do 20, and each one of those arrangements is like a ton of time and a ton of like I'm sure Brian would say like he like learned so much in this process of and that's what I'm talking about of like you don't need your handheld always to just go for it and like and just be like this is my version of this. And then especially in symphony halls or classical music, a lot of opinions floating around about what you can and can't do. And come on. Like yeah. So yeah, much more to come there. Yeah.
I'm just so excited to hear you play tonight.
Let's do it.
I think. Now get comfortable. It's going to be a 2-hour set. So I'm kidding. I was begging for it, but I'm very excited.
Hey, thank you all very much for being here, and thank you, Aaron, for.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, selfishly, I just need a photo of this moment.
Let's do it.
Love you all.
I'll be back in a sec.